always starts off backwards. Okay, now, guys, give me a minute here, because I just got this new little holder thingamajiggy, because I was tired of using my brushes to hold it. Oh my god. Technology, I hate it sometimes. And that light's blowing me out, isn't it? Jesus. Well, maybe it's that light. Okay, let me turn this one down. Back off, bozo! You're in my face! Yes, I should have gotten this set up before I started, but I didn't! Well, I'll tell you, filming with... I just can't stand filming with my iPhone. I don't know how people do it. I don't know. Okay. Smokey dokey. Time to get ready. I figured I'd get ready with you guys. Because today, oh boy, I have so much to do today. Don't be wagging on me, Light. Seriously? Stop that. I wonder if I even need it. I don't know. Anyways, today begins my Christmas shopping nightmare. I've never been somebody that Christmas shops a huge amount of time in advance, so today she starts. Not looking forward to it, but the one thing that's fun about it is that, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody be happy when they get the goodies. And I can't say what because I know chances are my daughter-in-law will see this, as will my grandchildren. So I ain't talking. I ain't saying a thing. Not to mention my daughter. I think the only one that I could safely talk about on here when I'm getting him is probably my husband, because he doesn't watch YouTube. Boy, I'll tell you. Did anybody else see YouTubeRewind? Okay. Hold on here. I'm missing my hand towel. Well, if you don't know, in case you're somebody who doesn't know what YouTubeRewind is, I gotta take this off, I'm getting hot already. YouTube every year, basically, from my understanding, takes the channels that all have over 1 million, if I'm not mistaken, and they put together this quick recap of the year, if you will. Basically channels, you know. And for the first time since I think 2013, Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream is always, I think 2013 was when PewDiePie first appeared in the YouTubeRewind, I think. I'm not positive, but memory serves me. It was 2013. And he's been in it every year since. Which makes sense, because, you know, he's the biggest channel on YouTube. Well, this year, the biggest channel on YouTube was completely snobbed over by YouTube. Okay. Well now, aren't we being vapid little bitches? Excuse me, but that's just, I was like, wow, you really had the balls to do that. I mean, not like, now, don't get me wrong, because I know there's going to be people out there that say, well, PewDiePie's not everything. No, but he's the biggest channel on YouTube. I mean, even I know who PewDiePie is. My daughter loves him, of course. But, you know, and for somebody like me who doesn't watch gaming channels really that much, to know who he is, you know. Anyways, I just thought, I watched the whole thing. And as I'm sitting there and it's going on further and further, and I keep expecting to see PewDiePie's face pop in. And then, well, there's Markiplier, saw him in there, and a bunch of the other guys, and then it comes to the end, and I was like, are they doing another, you know, quick flip, and they're going to show him in here at the very end? Is he the outro, or... And then it ends. I was like, wow. That, you know, that takes a lot of nerve to completely diss your biggest creator on the platform. Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Eye Cream. I mean, I think he's got something like 50, last time I looked he was upwards of 50-some million. I don't know anybody on the platform that's anywhere close to that. Anyone. I think Markiplier's in the, what, 18 million, something like that. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was really, really snobbish and immature of them to do that. I really did. I thought it was pretty tactless. I forgot to wet my beauty blender. I'll be right back. Damn it! I'm curious what PewDiePie's response to that'll be. Because, I'll tell you one thing. If I was the biggest creator on the platform and made the platform millions upon millions of dollars and they snobbed me, I think I'd have something to say about it. Now, granted, you know, it's only YouTubeRewind, but still, that's like, I mean, basically, YouTubeRewind's like the cap in the year of YouTube. Hell, I even saw Nikki tutorials on it. Makeup channel, for those of you who don't know. So, you know, it looked to me, there were tons of people on there. I had no idea who they were. And of course, they don't bother they're flat at some point in this thing. It's like they're trying to cram all these people in, and God forbid they actually extend the length of the video. I mean, it was only 7 minutes long. It's not like it'd kill them to extend it an additional 2 or 3 minutes, you know? They were flashing through them so quickly, I couldn't even catch face, you know, I couldn't even tell who was there, really. But anyways, I definitely can tell who wasn't, and you can damn well bet everyone else is going to too, but still, I thought, you know, I get what went down. And, you know, for those of you that don't know, basically, I mean, you can find it anywhere on the internet, but basically PewDiePie called out the media was getting on him, and he called him out and challenged him to take him down, and they not only answered the challenge and came at him guns a-blazing, but they came at all of YouTube, which then they found, you know, it's just ridiculous, but the whole thing as far as I'm concerned, but they found channels that were airing extremely inappropriate content with ads on them, and they contacted all the, you know, the ad provider, the people that were paying for their ads to be put up on YouTube, and then up went the ad boycott because all kinds of them pulled out. And, you know, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, first off, I have to say to the Wall Street Journal and other people who had their hand in that, thanks a lot. Thank you, jerk-offs. That's what I have to say about it. Because you know what? While you were going after PewDiePie for whatever reason, have no clue what, you know, one video that was considered anti-Semitic by many, I'm not going to say one way or the other, I'm just saying what it was considered, can't be enough for them. You know, there had to be more behind it than that. But in effect, what they did by going after the one guy is they in effect destroyed all the smaller channels like mine. They made it very, very difficult to do anything on YouTube, to be a success, because your ad revenue, now the ads are so few and far between that, you know, it's really difficult. People are losing an enormous amount of ad revenue. And on top of it, YouTube has gone hyper vigilant. As an example, I had our last video, our last giveaway video we put up, the one that's going right now, the Jaclyn Hill giveaway. YouTube demonetized that. They demonetized it, saying that it had offensive content in it. What? Please, anybody, watch it. Watch my Jaclyn Hill giveaway video. Please tell me what's offensive in that. What content in that is offensive? When my 16-year-old daughter and I sitting down, applying makeup just like I'm doing now, and then doing a giveaway at the end. So see, this is, YouTube's gone off the rails. Not only, I don't know how their algorithm is set up and is picking up on videos to demonetize. But see, the problem is that, you know, you think, well, they demonetized it, so, you know, dispute it. Oh, guess what? YouTube has also added a wonderful policy that unless you have 1,000 views minimum on that particular video, you can't ask for a review. So that, in effect, what that means to smaller channels like ours is that we're screwed. If they, you know, if YouTube, for whatever reason, deems a video as not advertiser friendly and demonetizes it, unless we're fortunate enough to pull in 1,000 views on that video, then we're just, oh well, sayonara. And that's just so wrong. I can't get over it. I mean, I don't know. YouTube needs to, you know, they need to get back to business the way it used to be, and stop being so hyper vigilant like this, because what they're doing is that they're chasing content creators away, and they're destroying the small channels out there who want to build into something bigger. So anyways, long story short, I couldn't believe that I thought it took a lot of balls to not put your biggest creator. I mean, who out there, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to chase him off. I have no idea what they're doing, but for somebody who has had the significance in YouTube that he has, and has basically, you know, I won't say he built the platform, but he certainly has expanded it, and he certainly made YouTube what it is today in terms of you know, content creators. I think there's a lot of content creators out there who wouldn't be doing what they're doing today had it not been for watching his videos. So, I don't know, I thought it was really, I thought it was really tacky and classless of YouTube to just completely, because, you know, when a company does something like that, they're not only saying to the public, we don't support this person, very, very clearly saying that to the public, but they're saying it to the fellow content creators. And that, more than anything, I think is really, I mean, it kind of imagine, think of it this way. You're working, you don't get along with your boss, and your boss calls you out. Let's say he does a meeting where company-wide you've got every employee there. And in front of every other employee he calls you out and says that, you know, you're a flake and that you're a troublemaker, you're not wanted, you're not accepted anymore, go away, type thing. Imagine how that, you know, how that would make you feel, not only. I can't even imagine how he must feel. I'm sure he'll just, you know, if he says anything about it, I'm sure he'll joke it off, because that's the way most men seem to handle things that upset them. But, you know, it's not just the public here we're talking about. It's his fellow content creators, and YouTube, in effect, by not including him, told all the other content creators out there, myself included, that he's not one of us. So that, I don't know. I think it was a really crappy thing to do, and I don't know what their motive is in doing it, other than sending a message. But, you know, I don't care if you like what went down or not. The fact is that, you know, I don't like the effects of what happened after what went down. But the fact still remains, he is your biggest, you know, he is the biggest channel out there. And he, just because of that, and because of, you know, be one thing if he had all these, you know, subscribers, but he wasn't pulling in the views. Well, when I look at, you know, on the rare occasion I do look at his channel, I mean, on his newest videos, he's, you know, he already had 500,000 plus views on it. So he's pulling in the views. It's not like he's got a bunch of, you know, dead subscriber count there. And besides, YouTube removes those, even if, you know, if there's channels that are, for those of you that don't know, if you, you know, like if you deactivate a channel, your channel or whatever, and you're subscribed to other channels, then you're removed from, you know. So like if I have subscribers on my channel here and they deactivate their account, or YouTube deactivates their account or whatever, they're removed from my subscriber account. They don't continue to sit there and count as subscribers. So YouTube's pretty quick about that, it seems like. So when you see somebody's subscriber count, you know, I think it's pretty accurate. I love putting that oil on. Oh my God, I don't know if you guys can see, but I didn't even say anything about it. I'm sorry. I put the Sicily, this is my favorite, all-time favorite oil. This is Sicily's Black Rose Precious Face Oil. Oh my God, I love it. You can get it at like Nordstrom's and all that kind of stuff, or Beautylish carries it. That's usually where I buy it. But when I put that down before, damn, this light is bright. I hope it's not blowing me out. Let me turn it down a little. When I put that on before my foundation, it just, I mean, can you see the glow shining off there? It just gives, like, this is not a radiant foundation that I'm aware of. This is the Lancome foundation I'm wearing here. What is this? Just this wear and comfort retouch free makeup. For God's sakes, the full coverage, blah, 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 blah. Just says it has a velvety matte finish. Yeah, so, I mean, Literally, look at that. Look at the shine on my cheekbone there. Wee-hee-hee. That is just from putting down a base of the moisture, the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and then the Black Rose Oil. Love it! Today, I'm pretty excited though. I am getting ready to not only go out and Christmas shop, but I am going to see Kai. Hi, Kai! She's my Mac gal and my buddy. Bree and I are going there first because she has the Patrick Starrr Collection on hold for me. So I'll probably, if you guys are interested in seeing that collection, once I get it, then just let me know in the comments. The thing I am most excited about, you know, I haven't seen the collection yet, so I can't form an opinion on it. Hi, sweetie! So I have no idea, you know, the thing I'm most excited about in the collection, though, I think, you're getting ready with me? Right on. Jessica's on and she's getting ready with me. Cool. The thing I'm most excited about of the collection, though, I think, believe it or not, is the powder. You know, I was a little bit surprised when I saw that, you know, because a lot of times, well, I can't say a lot of times, but you would think when somebody's doing a collab with a major brand, especially a major brand like MAC, I was expecting all the colors to be new. And I was a little bit thrown off when I looked at the eyeshadow, the colors in the eyeshadow palettes online. And I was like, wait a minute, don't I have that one? Don't I have that one? Don't I have that? Yeah, sure enough. There's only, at least that I'm aware of, in the eyeshadow palettes, there's only one pan out of the 8. If I, like I said, that's, yeah, I'm talking about Patrick Starrr, honey. I believe there's only one eyeshadow out of the 8, because there's 2 4-pan palettes. Only one of them was custom made by him. I could be wrong, but that's when I was reading online the colors. I'm like, I recognize that color. I recognize that color. Rinse and repeat. So I was a little bit kind of thrown off by that. And same with the pencils. And the other thing that, damn it, something, the other thing that really tossed me for a loop. Now, I won't know until, you know, I go in and get it today. A matter of hours, I'll have it and I'll know. But one of his lipsticks he created, I think it was Mama Star. I think that's the name of it. And again, I could be mistaken. It looked... I'm going to get everything, honey. That's what I'm getting ready for. One of the reasons I'm getting ready, I'm actually going... the collection's on hold for me right now, and I'm going to get the whole collection. Yeah, Mama Star. But you know what's interesting is, I swear to God, and again, I could be wrong. I won't know until I get the collection in hand. But when I looked at the collection online, when who was it that demoed it? I watched Patrick's, but there was somebody else I watched that actually did swatches of it. And you know what it looked like? It looked like almost identical to Gabriel Zamora's color. So, I don't know. But I'll find out when I get it. I'll know when I get it right away. I mean, when I'm there in the store and I swatch it, I'll know right away. But I swear to God, when I looked at it, I looked at when they swatched it and I thought, damn, that looks familiar. That color literally looks just like, because Gabriel Zamora, for those of you that don't know, is an, you know, beauty influencer also. He's the one with the blue hair. Yeah, he's just adorable. But he did him, Laura Lee. Those are the 2 in the United States, I think. And then, who else was it? Was it Shanna? No. Oh, hell, I don't remember. Okay, honey. See you in a bit. I can't remember who else it was. There was another one, but anyways, they all did. They created a lipstick with MAC. So, and the one that Gabriel Zamora created, I swear to God, it looks literally identical to, if I'm not mistaken, Mama Starr. And then the lip liners are all existing colors in MAC's line that I'm aware of. And almost all of the eyeshadows are existing, except for, I think, the one. So I was a little thrown off by that. I thought, you know, if I'm going to buy this collection, granted, you know, I'm going to buy it anyways because I want to support Patrick. He's one of the few, I'm just using Makeup Forever's, I always forget the name of it, Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder. You know, Patrick is one of the few of the larger YouTubers that I genuinely still support and enjoy watching and like. And, you know, there's a couple others that I still watch. I don't, you know, occasionally I don't know that I'd purchase their products though, but just because they've gotten to be, in my opinion, out of control animals. I mean, they're not much better than wild animals out in the safari in terms of how they behave and how they treat people. And I just, you know, I'm not down with that. Like, you know what? If you can't handle your success, then you need to back out and check yourself. Because there's nothing worse, in my opinion, there's absolutely nothing worse than somebody who buckles under success and who can't handle success with dignity. I just have no respect for that at all. You know, I've seen, I mean, as an example, you know, I use my mom, excuse me here, I'll pat this in. I use my mom as my biggest example because, oh, for good heavens, if my cell phone's not ringing when I'm online, my regular phone is. Anyways, my mom is somebody I definitely use as an example in my life because she was in business. She's no longer in the industry she was in. But just to give you an idea of how successful she was cannot hear who's calling. Sorry about that. Anyway, she was given an award by the President of the United States as one of the top businesswomen in the United States of America. That is amazing. Now, and I'll tell you, you know, my mom is the epitome of grace. Hang on here, I'm looking for my Charlotte Tilbury powder. You know, I never, ever am ready to do these. What did I do with all... Hang on here just a minute, I gotta find it. I put all my Charlotte Tilbury stuff together because I'm gonna be recording. I'm gonna be recording a Get Ready With Me just using her products, so there we go. Anyways, back to the subject. Excuse me, my mom was an incredibly hard working woman. I mean, she put her all into her, what she did. I mean, she's not somebody that half-asses anything. And even with her enormous success that she achieved, and I mean, we're talking enormous success, my mom did it all on her own. Now, that's not to say she didn't have a support of incredible people, but my mom, you know, she was the spearhead of everything. You know, you can't teach your people things without being, without having the knowledge yourself. So, and in reality, even though, she had a support team that obviously helped her gain the success she did, in reality, it was all founded because of my mom. Because if you don't have the right skills and the right information and the right ability to work, work with people and have them respect you, and, and that's another thing I learned from my mom is not only hard work, but respect. Respect is very key. If people don't respect you, they won't trust you. And if they don't trust you, they won't work with you. And I'll tell you, oh boy, I got something to say about that. Oh boy, I am proud. I was so upset over this. It sounds stupid to be upset over it because in reality, it's only, makeup reviews. But I was, the reason it upset me, to see somebody give a dishonest review, especially on a product that is incredibly hyped, let's just say. So, your viewers that watch you, especially when you command a large audience, they are depending upon you to be honest. They are depending on you to test the product and to say, is it worth it? Is it a good product? Well, as many of you know, if you're in social media, which I assume you probably are, you wouldn't be on YouTube here with me, but Kylie Jenner, God, I'm so sick of hearing this gal's name. I'm sorry, but I really am. I have no respect for somebody that has earned their success off of other people. As an example, talking about my mom. My mom had an incredible team working with her. No doubt Kylie Jenner has a massive team working behind her or doing the work for her. But in reality, Kylie Jenner didn't start a makeup line because she was a makeup artist. She didn't start a makeup line because she's worked in the industry for years and loves makeup. Kylie Jenner started a makeup line to make money. It's that simple. Flat out. She started a makeup line to make money and boost her ego because her name's on products. That's it, okay? So the fact that she thinks she can charge $360, and I'm going to say it right here and now, I don't care. I'm not going to say I don't care if you disagree with me. I'm going to say you have a right to disagree with me, and I'll respect the fact that you disagree with me, but it's not going to change my opinion. Of course, people say, I don't care if you disagree with me. Well, I care because I never want to, I don't want to I don't want to just disregard other people's feelings and opinions, but it's not going to change mine. I've been applying makeup for, well, I'm almost 49. I'll be 49 January 8th. So I've been applying makeup over 35 years. So I think I've got a pretty good grasp on pricing and, stuff like that. And I have loads of makeup brushes. I buy a lot of makeup brushes. And I'm looking for a brush right now. I can't seem to find. Hang on here. Anyways, and to see her, I'll tell you, I just couldn't believe it. To see her put out a collection of mass manufactured, that's what they are. Those are mass manufactured brushes. How the hell do I open this? Okay. You're getting the teeth. To see her put out a brush collection of cheap, mass-manufactured brushes. She probably came at the price point because she has them marked up 400%. God's honest truth. She's probably, let's figure out what price should we put them at. Well, let's mark them up, let's mark them up as much as we want to sell them for. Anyways, I'm telling you guys, in my personal opinion, Kylie Jenner put this product out at that price point for a couple of reasons. One, she wants to make more money. She's greedy. Plain and simple. But I think the main reason Kylie put this brush collection out at that price, she wanted to see if it would sell, if she could sell something at that astronomical of a price. And see, here's what's going to happen. For those people out there who are determined to own this just joke of a brush set, I mean, come on, guys. You can look at it and see it's shit. But you know what? There'll be people out there that have to own it because it says Kylie Jenner's name on it. And she knows it. That's why she keeps putting stuff out like this. But see, here's the thing. Here's what happens. In my personal opinion, this is a market test. Kylie Jenner put out these brushes at this astronomical price simply to see if they'd sell. Because see, here's the thing. You send her a message as a consumer. The power of consumerism. If she puts out a product and you don't purchase it, that sends her a message. And she has to look at it and say, okay, did they not purchase it because the product wasn't good? They didn't like the color? They didn't like, what didn't they like about it? Or did they not like the price? And when she puts out a product, though, an almost $400 product, what that tells me is that Kylie wants to raise her prices. Now, she says that this is a luxury brush set. Okay, you know what? I call bullshit on Kylie Jenner. This right here, okay, now she has a duo fiber brush, even though it's not technically, well, it technically is a duo fiber because it's two different fibers, two different lengths, but they're not. Anyways, long story short, she put out one similar to this in her brush collection. When I saw Manny and everybody else use it, the thing just literally flayed open and collapsed on their face, almost as if they were completely down to the base of the ferrule. This one right here is by Wayne Goss. Now, this is a handmade brush. When I can buy a handmade brush, meaning everything in this is put together. Now, like for instance, when you look at Wayne's brushes, it's gonna, you're not gonna be able to see on here. But when I look at the tips of these brushes here, I can see each end comes to a very fine tapered point. And that's because the artisans that are working on his brushes, just like the artisans that are working on Chikuhoto's brushes and stuff like that, they are actually hand laying each frickin' bristle. Okay? And that is, the brushes like Kylie Jenner put out, basically there's a machine that puts them all together, crimps them in, and cuts them. That's how Kylie Jenner's brushes were made. Mass manufactured. She is not at the price point of handmade brushes. I don't give a rat's ass what she says. And for her to compare herself to Artis and Kevin Aquan, girl, check yourself. Because if you think you have anything, or your makeup line has anything in comparison with Kevin Aquan, you have lost your everlasting mind. That's all I can say. And for those of you who don't know, Kevin Aquan still has a line, but he's no longer with us, unfortunately. I believe he passed away as a victim of AIDS, unfortunately. But he was an actually, I think he passed away technically of pneumonia, which was, it's a lot of people, unfortunately, that have active AIDS. Pneumonia is what gets them. Really sad. Anyways, in the 80s, he was an icon. 80s and 90s, and in the 90s, he was an iconic makeup artist. Put out some of the best books on makeup that are still there today. And his line is still in existence today, which is wonderful, led by a team in his passing. But I'll tell you one thing, if I was Kevin Aquan, anybody representing that company, I would have been offended by that reference. No. Kylie Jenner, in my opinion, doesn't even have the ability to compare herself yet to Wet n Wild. because Wet n Wild's been on the market longer than her ass has. So, you know, her putting a brush set out, and then what? Oh God, here's what really cracked me up. Oh my Lord, I could not believe it. Okay. So she puts out this luxury brush set, right? And guess how you receive it? You receive it in a $1 piece of crap pleather wrap. That's how you receive Kylie Jenner's brushes. In a piece of crap, cheap-ass wrap. Now, you know, she can sit here and tell me all she wants about how luxury her brushes are, but her packaging says everything to me, what she thinks of them. Because you know what? I don't know a single brush manufacturer out there of luxury, true luxury brushes that sends them out in cheap $1 pleather wrappings. I just don't. Even my Wayne Goss brushes, where are my containers at for those? Oh hell, I don't know what I did with them. Even my Wayne Goss brushes came in, you know, nice protective, hard packed cardboard tubes. When I say cardboard, real thick press stuff, but you know, they were nice and protected, and you know, you look at like a Chihoto brush or something like that, and you know, those are luxury brushes. So anyways, getting to where I was going with this whole thing, naturally I had to watch some reviews. And here's why. Because I knew, you know, I saw the public's outrage over the price point. And I knew myself that they're crap. I mean, let's call it what it is. Those brushes, she has such a high markup on those brushes. Those brushes probably have the highest price point markup of anything in her line. So naturally, I knew there were going to be reviewers out there reviewing them. And I knew who they were, because Kylie, like most other brands, only gives a rat's ass about her products being shown by, you know, the ones that have the most viewers. So she sends her products out to Manny MUA, Laura Lee, Nicol, Concilio, and Jeffree Star. Now, we all know, I don't care what anybody says about it. And this, I really don't care what anybody says about it in terms of other YouTubers, because they can say till the cows come home and sing glory that, you know, they're going to give 100% honest review on items because they don't care if they get kicked off PR lists. Bull. Bull. PR lists are a huge thing of what helped to make a YouTuber successful. Let's be honest. That's the way it is. As an example, if I received PR and I didn't have to put as much money out on makeup, I would be far more successful because my income would be greater. My income divide would be greater. But because of the fact that I don't receive the vast quantities of PR that the larger channels do, the income I do receive is absorbed. Okay? Now, when you get to the level of channels like Laura Lee, Manny MUA, Jeffree Star in particular, they're drawing in enough views on their videos that even if they had to buy makeup, the income divide is great. So they're still, even if they had to buy every bit of makeup, they'd still be making a profit just based off of the amount of views they drag in, okay? But then you take on top of that, that they're getting sent massive quantities of PR, which is absolutely ridiculous. You know, it should be the opposite. I mean, for God's sakes, I get companies want to get their stuff out there, but what they don't seem to realize is that when people are looking for a review on a product, they search the product. They don't search the YouTuber. I mean, that's everybody I know when, you know, at least in my age group that I talk to about it, when we're looking for a product, we search the product. I don't go and say, oh, I want to see this product, so let's go to Jeffree Star's channel and wait until he has it. No, that's not what I do. I go and search the product and I watch whatever channel happens to have it. Anyways, long story short, so when they've got a huge income divide already, and then they're getting massive quantities of PR, all that money that would normally be absorbed by the expense of what they have to do is gone. They don't have to worry about it. So saying that, you know, they don't care if they're kicked off PR list, other than Jeffree Star, he's probably the only one I truly believe doesn't really give a rat's ass if he's kicked off PR. And that's just because he's got an ego so big it can't fit on screen. You know, he gives the impression, you know, he gives the impression out to people he doesn't care, even though he really does care about a lot of things. And, you know, that's a whole other subject. But the point is, I understand it's a fine line, because you don't want, hang on here, I gotta do makeup while let me get my makeup. You know, it's a really fine line, because you don't want to piss off the, you know, you don't want to tick off the brand. Where's my Kat Von D palette? Hang on. I'm coming, hang on. Where's my Shade and Light palette? There she be. Anyways, you know, you don't, on one side, you don't want to tick off the brand, okay? It's just that simple. Whether they say they don't care or not, they're full of crap. Plain and simple. They're full of crap. Of course they care. That's like saying, hey, you may be my employer, but I don't give a rat's ass what you have to say. Come on now. You know, that's why it just gets me. It's like, be honest. You know, be honest. People aren't stupid. Quit playing people like, you know, quit playing your viewers like they're stupid. Of course you care. Because guess what? Here's what happens. First off, if they piss off the brands, then one, they're more than likely taken off PR in a vast majority. Okay, so they're no longer receiving that. Two, I don't know, do you think Benefit's going to put Manny and Laura on their boxes if they're pissed at them because they're slamming their products? I mean, come on. So, you know, I really don't give a rat's ass what they say about that. The reality is, it's common sense that you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you. It's just that simple. So, as a YouTuber, what you should do is you know, as long as you know what you're dealing with. Okay, so you've got a brand that sends you a product that you're going to have to review. You know, some products you may just choose not to review because you know you're going to give it a bad review and you don't want to piss off the brand, so it's better to not put the product on your channel at all. Okay, that's how I'm sure a lot of them handle it. But in the case of a product that you know is going to get an enormous amount of attention, and you know you're going to have a lot of people asking about it, well, you got to review it. Guess what? Kylie Jenner brushes. Oopsies. Anyways, so how do you handle that situation without biting the hand that feeds you? Well, I watched all the reviews. I watched Manny's. Whose did I watch? I watched Laura Lee's first. I think she was the first one to post one, at least that I saw. So I watched hers first. Then, after watching her video, I noticed that Manny MUA had his up. So I popped over and watched his. Because to be honest with you, I was really curious to see what those two were going to do in this situation. Because in my personal opinion, this isn't what I call a make or break product in terms of your viewers. Because this is a product that most people in their ever-loving right mind know is not worth the money. And so, who of you is going to have the balls to get up on your channel and say, it's great, they're quality, they're luxury, and they're so worth the money? Well, guess what? There was one. Can you guess who it was? And the sad thing is that I knew exactly who it was going to be. I called it I called it before the videos were even up. And it's really unfortunate because now, I should say it's unfortunate for the reviewer, because now, not only did I unsubscribe from the channel, but I will never again support this individual or purchase their products or their collabs because they're untrustworthy, point blank. And I'll tell you, I've never seen such a blatant, you know, it's one thing to get on camera and kind of flub about, you know, well, yeah, they're good, but, you know, are they worth the price? Well, there's other options out there that are cheaper. Okay, I get that. That's the YouTuber's way of handling it in such a way that you're not completely alienating the company by saying that their, you know, their product's way overpriced and crap. So you say, you know, they're good. Yeah, they're good brushes, but are they worth the money? No. Okay? But then you've got the other side of things. Then you've got the YouTuber that goes out there in front of all their viewers and says that not only are these beautiful brushes, they're beautiful, they feel luxurious, they apply makeup just as good as any other brush, if not better in some cases. Yes, infomercial here. But then on top of it, knowing the response that she's going to get, and yes, this is a she, knowing the response she's going to get, well, she's going to beat it to the punch, of course, and put in her comments, oh, I understand if you guys disagree with me, I'm so sorry, but that's my honest opinion. My ass. Well, I read through the comments. I'm like, well, you know, if they're tagging, if they're pinning a comment up here, then they must have a lot of comments that are not happy responses. Could I find one? One? Well, what I did find is I found page after page after page of complimentary comments that were all heart-like. They all had the little heart likes by them. And each one of these comments was referencing the haters and the haterade and the hater comments. And I thought to myself, how the hell are they referencing all these hater comments when I don't see a 1? I mean, I don't see a 1. No problem, honey. Welcome back. So I'm thinking to myself, well, if they're seeing these haterade comments, there must be hater comments up. So where are they? So I went through her, I mean, I wasn't going to waste my whole damn day doing it because I had other things to do, but I went through several pages of comments, page after page after page. And could I find one negative comment about this review? Not one. Not one. So in effect, what she did is she flat out lied through her review. And it was a flat out lie. I don't care what anybody says. No. So she lied to her viewers. Just looking you right in the face and lied to you. And what was the reason? Well, watch the beginning of her video. And you want to know who I'm speaking of? I'm speaking of Nicol Concilio. The beginning of her video starts off with her talking about how, oh, and by the way, Kylie's coming out with regular lipsticks, but I haven't gotten them yet. But if you guys want to see a video, and maybe I'll even make my husband put some of them on, let me know and I'll do it when it arrives. Hint, hint, hint. Hey, Kylie Cosmetics. Knock, knock, knock. I just announced to all my viewers that you're sending that PR out. So you better make sure and do it. I mean, seriously, how stupid do you think we are? I'm sorry, but so that's the way her review started. Was talking about how, Kylie's coming out with lipsticks, and if you guys even want to make me have my husband put them on as payback, girl, for real? Okay, so then she goes on, and she uses all of these luxurious $360 brushes that I can buy exact dupes of Morphe for $4 or $5. Yeah, exactly. She goes on to use all these brushes, and of course, the entire way through the video, guess whose product she's using? Kylie Cosmetics. Every single one. If Kylie had mascara out, she probably would have used mascara. If Kylie had fake teardrops for her to put in when she's crying about how beautiful the brushes are, she probably would have used those. Okay. And of course, she ends the video talking about how, I know you guys aren't going to believe this, and, I know there's going to be people who say I'm just lying to stay on PR. Yeah, you sure do, because it's true. So, I'm calling out Nicol Concilio as a flat-out liar in that video. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it, sweetie. If she gave her some skin, she'd wear that too. Gotcha. So I was, and here's the thing, you guys. I watched Jeffree Star's video after I watched Nicol Concilio's video. And as I expect from Jeffree, he's gonna tell everybody that, he doesn't care if he stays on PR and, all that. Of course Jeffree cares if he stays on PR. That's just his way of bragging, saying he can afford it if he gets kicked off PR. It's not the end of the world. Okay, we get it. Done. Next. The point is that at least you have to give Jeffree Starr credit for the fact that he called it as he saw it. And as millions of other Americans saw it who didn't even touch the brush set. And, of course, like I said, I watched Manny MUA's review of them, and I watched Laura Lee's review. Now, Laura Lee, I was kind of wondering what direction she was going to go with the review. Because I've seen some instances in the past where she can appear to kind of waver on that line of being more a company rep than a influencer. But I was actually pretty impressed with the way she handled it. Because again, as a content creator, I get it. You don't want to alienate the brands. I don't care what any influencer says to you. That's a lie. If they're telling you they don't give a rat's ass God, I can't even say it. If they say they don't give a rat's ass if they alienate the brand, they're lying. It's that simple. They're lying. Because you know what? You do care if you alienate a brand. I've received products before that I didn't like. Rather than alienating the brand, I just don't put them on my channel. And I think that there's a lot of influencers that choose that path. But I think there's situations where they get into, like with these brushes, where they have to post the video. They don't have a choice of, first off, they want to post it because they're going to get an enormous amount of views and ad revenue off of it. And secondly, they want to post it to keep the PR coming, and because if you don't show PR, you're not going to keep it coming. And third, they want to show it because, they've got an obligation to, because of the public, the public response to it. I mean, this is kind of one of those products where you can't not show it when people know you're on the PR list. So I think that if you watch Manny MUA and Laura Lee's videos, I think they did a respectable job of reviewing it. Because while they said they're nice brushes, they said they're not worth the price. And And another person I watched did the same, and I was very impressed with that, which was James Charles. I actually watched his video last. That was the last one that came up. And if I remember correctly, he's not on Kylie's PR list. He actually borrowed the brushes from Kristen Dominique. Yeah, they did. I'm getting there. You're ahead of me, aren't you? You're ahead of me. You know exactly where I'm going with this one. So, then we have James Charles added to the mix. Let me see here. I gotta figure out what palette I'm gonna use real quick. I just want something natural, not too obnoxious, because I'm going to get my Patrick Starrr on. So anyways, let's think. Yeah. Hang on. Maybe I should use the Sephora Pro. No, hang on here. I'm just going to get my Tarte palette. No, I can't wear that. That's purples. No. I'm wearing a red jacket today, so woo! I'll just go with the Sephora Pro Warm. Okay, so then in comes James Charles. And phone rings again. It's just gonna be one of those days. So then James Charles does his review, and he takes it a step further that the other reviewers hadn't. And he actually shows Kylie's brushes, and then he shows, ta-da! Morphe's brushes, head to head. Now the other ones, meaning Manny MUA and Laura Lee, also kind of vaguely showed the brushes, talked about the brushes a lot, certainly, but they didn't go head to head. James Charles actually went head to head, showing a Morphe brush that was a dupe for the Kylie brush and giving you the prices of both. Now, what do I think of that? I'll tell you, I sometimes wonder, I look at these videos and I watch them, and as a woman of my age who's seen a lot in her time, I think to myself, do they just think everyone's stupid? Okay, well, you're saying the brushes aren't worth it, certainly, but you got an ad in there again. Now, I have no problem with Morphe-itis, as I like to call it. All the people out there have Morphe codes and Morphe this. Yeah, I told you. I knew. You beat me to it, though, didn't you? You knew where I was going with this. I have no problem in the world, because you know what? You got to make your money. I mean, and that's how they're making, you know, people are making a lot of money off Morphe. And I don't think you guys realize when I say a lot of money, I mean a lot of money. I mean, I think at one point I saw, and it could be inaccurate, but the ad revenue sheet that I saw just for Jaclyn Hill was over $100,000 in 1 month. They're making some people are making a lot of money off Morphe. And obviously, you got to figure Morphe's making a hell of a lot of money if they're able to pay out revenue like that, okay? So, and I don't have a problem with that. Hey, I'm using them right now. This is a Morphe brush. They have some good brushes. I did a review on Morphe, totally off subject, but I think their darker bristled brushes are really nice. I do not like the cheaper ones of the natural haired brushes. That's the only thing. Like, this feels like I've got a spiked dinosaur poking into my eye. So, but I'm using it because I have it. Anyways, long story short, though, here's the thing. Again, I have no problem with the whole, I'm not one of these people that has issue. Yeah. No, I hear you, sweetie. I've been there. I've been there. I have no problem with putting your Morphe code out there. I do get a little frickin' tired. Yeah, so do I. I do get a little tired, though, of constantly hearing about it. I mean, every time, you got to realize to the YouTube creators out there, you know, when you're an established channel like that, like most of these are Morphe brushes and that are in this container here. I've got a good experience with Morphe, and I get their service, their Morphe Me service every month. So, but these light brushes that have the light hair brushes, unless you go up into their the top of their line, like their gold and their elite line, I wouldn't. I stay away from the M series brushes with these here. I mean, they're just horrible. They fray. I mean, look at that one. It looks like it's got a rooster cock over here. See? They don't feel good on the eye, let's just say that. But do they make affordable brushes for people? Yeah. And do they make some good brushes? Yeah. I mean, especially for the price point. That's the thing we're talking about here, price point. Would I compare these to my Wayne Goss brushes? No. But we're talking relative value. What's of value to you? Do you want to spend hundreds of dollars on brushes? Most people, the answer is no. So are Morphe brushes a good value for you then? Absolutely. Do I use their brushes? Absolutely. There's a lot of their brushes I like and enjoy, and I use them regularly because I can wash them and not worry about them getting wrecked like my top luxury brushes. I'm not going to wash those every time I use them. You know what I mean? Anyways, so getting back to it though, is that in my personal opinion, when you're an established channel, oh, interesting. Interesting. I didn't even know that was Makeup with Shayla, you said? She said Makeup with Shayla talked about the brushes, and I didn't even know she had anything up on them. I'll have to look at that. But anyways, what I was going to say about the, you know, if you're an established channel, and you've got established, you've got established viewers there, you know, they're coming back to you time after time, video after video. So I don't get why they keep with the irritation there, the poking the bear. They just don't seem to get it that people are getting, you know, they're actually doing the opposite. Instead of drawing people in to the brand and selling the brand, they're actually pissing people off and turning them away from it. So here you think, well, okay, well, what do I do then? Because I have to, you know, I'm not going to make any money if I don't advertise them. And I want to, you know, I got to get them out there so that, you know, so I can make some money off of sales. So what do? What you do is when you're using the brushes, you quietly put a code down here in the bottom. Say if it's James Charles, you put your code. Use code James for 10% off on Morphe. You don't blare it out. Use my code. Remember, use my code. Wink, wink. I mean, people get pissed off at that. They get tired of being sold to. And the funny thing is that they don't realize is that almost every video that goes up by these real big YouTubers, they're selling to you. Because, you know, when you get into the class of influencers, such as, let's take Nikki as an example. When you get into a class of YouTuber that's up there in the millions like that, people pay to send them stuff. So, you know, whereas on my channel here, I'm showing you what I want to show you because, yeah, exactly. I'm showing you the products I want to show you because I bought them or because, you know, it doesn't matter if I bought them or I received them or whatever. I'm showing you what I want to show you, obviously. I'm not, you know, there's no profit margin for me and, you know, nothing like that. But when you get up into somebody like, you know, and I'm not saying 100% this is accurate, this is just in my experience, okay? My opinion. Because I don't want anybody coming back on me saying something different. But in my experience and in my opinion, you know, in order to have something featured on a channel like Nikki's, she's making money off of it. I mean, that's, you know, that's just that simple. So when you see products on these top YouTubers' channels, they may say hashtag not sponsored, meaning they didn't sign, okay, Oh boy, I'm telling you, I get so ball busted over this, because here's the thing. Not sponsored is a real tricky thing in the YouTube world. The more, the more thing that people should be asking is, did you receive any compensation whatsoever to show this product on your channel? Yes or no? It's that simple. Because here's how a lot of them get through this whole not sponsored loophole, is because when you're sponsored, just for those of you who don't know, it basically means that a company, let's say a company approaches and says, hey, we'd like you to show this product on your channel, and there'll be terms set for that of, oh, let's see, we'd like it to be the first, used in the first 5 minutes of your channel, and we'd like it on air for a minimum of 8 minutes, whatever. You get the point. Okay, that is a sponsored video. You are signing a contract with a brand. They are paying you to meet the terms of the agreement. Whereas, let's say you're a channel like that has big representation like Nikki's channel or something like that, where companies are actually paying to send products to her to go on air. Well, they're not signing a contract. They're not signing a sponsored deal contract, but she's still receiving revenue for products going on her channel. I mean, and again, this could be anybody. I'm just using Nikki as an example just because she's one of the bigger beauty channels out there. So anyway, so there's a lot of ways that channels receive income other than just sponsored videos. Everybody's hanging up on the sponsored videos, but trust me, that is a loophole I think needs to be closed, because I really believe that like for instance, there's products, I have boxes, I kid you not, I have boxes of products right here to my left that I wanted to show on my channel. I really did, because they're beautiful. But I chose not to. And the reason I chose not to is because I know. You can send me a picture. Tag me on Instagram. Send me a picture. I'd love to see it. But the reason I chose not to is for a variety of reasons. One, I worked for the company. I did their website. I wrote all the product descriptions on their website, which is what part of what I do for a living is writing product content. Okay? And the thing is when I write product content, I like to be sent the product that I'm writing about, because I want to, I can just, for me, for one thing, I love playing with makeup, but when it comes down to it is that when I'm writing product descriptions, and no, I don't, if I'm writing an entire website's worth of products and revamping a website and they've got 500 products, of course they're not going to send all 500 products to me. One of each color or something like that in the line does just fine. Because I can, but I prefer to either get into the warehouse and actually see the products or have the products sent to me so that I can see, the texture, I can see the color, I work better that way. And this particular company sent me their entire line. And considering the fact that the money I charged them to do the work, they came out of it in the end, even though they sent me their entire line. But here's the thing, for one thing, it was a job for me that I was being paid for, but I thought, well, just as I've said many times on my channel, if there's ever a product I show that I have another relationship with, like in the case of this, with it being a work relationship, then I would disclose that. Or I would just not review it if I felt that I couldn't give an impartial review. But the problem happens big time. I'm not so worried about staying impartial because, I don't have a concern over my honesty and being able to talk about a product and being honest. I mean, if I don't like something, and I have a personal stake in it, like a business relationship, I'm just not going to show it on my channel. It's that simple. And that's what happened here. And I felt so horrible because I wanted to show the products on my channel really bad because they are beautiful. But they're beautiful, but they're horrible. I mean, they're absolutely horrible. So I just backed off and thought, well, you know, I'll just do the job. And I did the job with every ounce of commitment I do any other job. I mean, the products are absolutely beautiful. It wasn't, I didn't have any problem writing product descriptions on them because the products are stunning. They look just absolutely beautiful, but the problem is their lasting power and how long they, and when I say lasting power, I mean they go bad fast. And I thought, well, you know, if I put this product on my channel, I'm going to have to be honest about that and say that, and that could potentially be offensive to the company that I just worked with. So guess what? Don't put it up. So that's one of the other ways that YouTubers get out of Are you talking about the Magnificent Metals, honey? Because stealing now, yeah, you must be. Or are you talking about the shimmer ones? Because they have a couple different ones. Now, before when anybody talked about Stila and their liquid eyeshadows, we automatically knew they're talking about the Magnificent Metals, but now they've got their Glimmer and Glow as well. Anyways, I just, but if you're talking about the Magnificent Metals, the set, yeah, I think she'll love it. I absolutely love it. I haven't tried the Glimmer and Glows yet. I want to order some. I'll probably order them for myself after Christmas because I'm not buying anything before Christmas except for the Patrick Starrr Collection. That's just because, of course, they had to release it at Christmas time. But I'm not buying anything for myself prior to Christmas. I have too much to buy for. So anyways, back to, but yes, I think she'll love it, honey. I really do. I absolutely love them. They are beautiful on the eyes. The only downfall that I have found, and it's minor for some people, you know, kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. Yeah, she'll love it, trust me. She will love it, especially the minute she might look at it and go, what's this? The minute she puts on her eyes, she's going to go, holy cow! That's the kind of reaction, you know, you see them in the jar and you go, okay, what's this? And you put them on your eyes and you're like, oh, holy mother of God. I mean, they're gorgeous. But the only downfall to them is when you take your makeup off, and the Glimmer and Glows probably won't be that way because they don't have actual glitter chunks in them. But holy heck, the Magnificent Metals, I have glitter somewhere on my face for days after using them. But still, I love them. Okay, what to do, Okay, I don't think we're going to go any harder on this. I need a little red, though, because what the heck. I'm wearing red today. But anyways, back to the whole thing I started off with. I'm telling you, I was not a happy camper when I finished watching Nicol Concilio's video. And, oh, thank you, sweetie. And in the comments section, I flat out called her a liar. Because I knew I knew somebody would get it. She probably got a moderator. But I knew somebody would read it. But I knew it'd never make it to the light of day. Which it didn't. Now, mind you, I can understand if you're moderating your comments and you're removing comments that are, you know, crude, rude, calling names, that kind of stuff. Yeah. But nowhere, and I made sure of it, and I took a screenshot of the entire thing because I knew what she was doing. I could see from looking at her comments what she was doing in the comments section of the Kylie Cosmetics Brushes video. And that was, she was moderating her comments. There was not one comment, not one negative comment, not one comment questioning her honesty, not one comment saying, you know, these brushes aren't, not one comment that went against anything she said in the video. And every single comment, I screenshotted them. I'll show you guys in an upcoming video, because I'm going to talk about this in an actual upcoming edited video, because I was so outraged by her blatant lying. And like I said, I'll never trust her again. I'll never, and you know what? It's not about trust, because quite frankly, she's what, 20 some years old. I'm 49. I know 1,000 times more about makeup than she does. Is she good at about applying makeup? Yes. Is she a beautiful young gal? Yes. No doubt about it. It's just unfortunate that her integrity doesn't mean anything to her. That's what's unfortunate. That her reputation doesn't mean anything to her. Because flat out, she lied in that video. And I don't have a problem saying it. And I'm sure there'll be somebody out there. I'm sorry if you absolutely adore her and she's somebody you support, then that's wonderful. I have nothing against Nicol Concilio except for her ability to be honest. And when you're a reviewer and you're given the trust of people that watch you, then God damn it, I expect you to take it serious and be honest. Yeah, cool. We're kin, girl. We're kins. Because you know what? You're given, you know, I don't know. It just, I guess it means something to me. Yeah, we do, honey. Our Snapchat is beauty.mom. Same name here. I just haven't done much on it yet, to be honest with you. Because, I'm so limited for time just getting videos up and doing all that, so I haven't been active on Snapchat that much, but hopefully we will be in the near future. This next year I'm hoping to really get active with all of our social media, including Snapchat and our blog. I'm going to start putting my writing talent to use and doing some written reviews on our blog too, so. Oh. But, you know, I think, excuse me here, pat my nose. I think Nicol Concilio is, you know, I think she could have a bright future in the industry. There's no question about that. But the thing is that if she's going to be dishonest, then she won't. It'll be over before it starts for her, because once your reputation is damaged, that's it. It's done. And, you know, I don't get why, especially those, I see a lot of people in the younger generation, in their 20s and so, that just don't seem to get this. You know, I see them do things that just absolute blatant dishonesty, and I'm like, don't you get it? You know, you only got one reputation. Oh, thanks, honey. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support a lot. Very, very much. But, you know, you've only got one chance at maintaining your reputation. And if you blow it, that's it. It's blown. If you're labeled a liar, you're always going to be, no matter how hard you work to try and establish a different reputation for yourself, in the back of people's minds, they're always going to think of that. And so I don't know, I just don't get why take the risk on something like that. And when I watched her review video on this, you guys got to watch it. And yeah, I'm pouring traffic to our channel by saying that. I don't care. Like I said, I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not making these comments to be destructive to Nicol Concilio. I'm making these comments. Who knows if she'll ever even hear them. Hopefully she will. And hopefully, you know, she'll take a little bit of my advice since I've been on this planet twice as long as she has. That, you know, she better snap up and get with it, because I'm telling you, you know, you can't treat your viewers like they're dumb. You just can't do that. Because the minute you do that, and the minute you underestimate the people who your life depends on, guess what? It's downhill from there. And when I saw that and heard her, oh, I was like, girl, you are, personally myself, I'd rather burn the bridge with Kylie Cosmetics than burn the bridge with my viewers, but that's me. It's a pretty little palette, the Sephora Pro, the warm palette. Pretty palette, blended real nice. So I'm actually thinking, since I'm going to the mall, I'm going to use one of those glitter and glows. So let me grab them. Oh. These are the ones I think you're talking about, honey. I hope so, at least. These are I only have the metal ones, the Magnificent Metals. I do want to get the glimmer ones, though, because I think I'll even like those more. Because, like I said, from my understanding, the Magnificent Metals have more shine because, obviously, they have bigger particles of glitter in them. Whereas the glimmer just has a nice shine. It's not that ba-bam, you know. But I think I like having that nice shine as opposed to finding glitter for days. Okay, let me see what color I want to do. Because my lid needs a little snazzing up. Smoky Storm. Nope, too cold. Maybe Rose Gold Retro. I wish, you know, they have a color that's like a maroon one. I wish I'd bought that one. That might work. Let me see. Kitten Karma. These are beautiful. They really are. And another brand. Let's see. Everybody's coming out with these now. Oh, cool. Lime Crime just came out with a version of these. Yeah, these are them. Okay. Lime Crime just came out with a version of these. And of course, who else did? ColourPop did. By the way, I just got the Kathleen Lights ColourPop collab order. So that'll be coming up pretty soon. I couldn't use that palette today. I'm just going to use this. I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta get ready. So I'm gonna use the Rose Gold Retro because I think that's the color closest to what I have going. Can you see that shine, girl? Boy, do they sparkle. Holy cow. Look at that shine. Holy cow. What I love about these is that you don't need to, you don't need to use a brush. The applicator on here, you can actually do it real, yeah, no kidding, huh? You can actually do a real pretty cut crease just using the applicator. Ah, damn it. I went too high. We'll just clean that up a little. Oh, so anyways, that was kind of my bitch rant for the day. I was so ticked when I saw that, you guys. And I'm referring to Nicol Concilio's video. But, you know, what really made me decide to say something about it wasn't just the fact that I felt she was outright lying, which I do. I mean, like I said, I have no problem saying the truth as I see it. I think she outright lied. But that wasn't bad enough. What really, really upset me about it was the fact that she was taking away her viewer's voice. Because you know what? Like I was saying, I don't, I get, if you've got comments, I gotta keep my eyelids closed, sorry. My hooded lids, they'll just go, I understand if you're getting comments from people that are calling you names or being crude, rude, insultive, threatening, those gotta go. But when I see a comment section that is filled with one complimentary comment after another, and all of them have been given heart emoji likes by you, that tells me you're filtering your comments, and you have removed every single comment that was not positive or seen as positive by you. Including the comment I wrote her has been deleted. Now, and this is a thing that I think is kind of bullshit that YouTube needs to fix, and that is, if you leave a comment on somebody's video, and let's say you wonder, are they deleting my comments? Have you ever wondered that when you watch a video and you leave a comment? Are they going to delete it? Do they delete it? Does it stay there? And you go back to that video. Let's say you go back to that video a day or two later, and you scroll through the comments looking for your comment to see. Oh, there's your comment. Guess what? They didn't delete it. No. YouTube still shows your comment as being there, even though it's been deleted. It'll still show it as there to you. So the only way you can find out if a creator has actually deleted your specific comment or not, is to sign in under a different username, go to that person, go to that video, scroll through the comments and look for yours. If you're signed in on a different username, it'll show the comments as relative. Yeah, really. So when I went, and another way you can tell, I knew in placing this comment on her page that given the support comments that were there, I knew that there'd be somebody coming back for me, one of the supporters. So I had no doubt that there would be a response on my comment. I also had no doubt, given the amount of comments the likers left saying the haters' comments needed to go away, blah, 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 I knew there'd be people liking it as well. Well, guess what? There was no activity on my comment. Not only was there not one response to my comment, there wasn't one like to my comment. And what that tells me is that she is directly moderating her comments. Meaning she's not even letting the comments post to her page. They are all held for review. Because if the comments, let's say even, let's say I posted the comment and she deleted it after she read it 3 hours later. Well, it's still on the page for 3 hours and has 3 hours worth of time to get likes and responses to it. When there are no likes, no comments, no responses, no nothing, that means it never went up on the page. And that, more than anything, is what really ticked me off. Because you know what? If you're going to put up a review that you know is going to get some attention and is going to be a little bit controversial, and regardless, you should be willing to stand behind your opinion. And clearly she wasn't willing to do that. Because not only did she moderate all the comments, she deleted any that were not positive. And to me, that is about, I don't know, that's just, that's what got me cranked about it. Because you know what? When you take away the voice of your viewers, you're saying to your viewers, I don't give a rat's ass what your opinion is. And that I have a problem with. Because as content creators, as content creators, just like when I put content out there, I don't moderate, I don't have anybody moderating my comments. I do not have my comments set for review first. If you post a comment to my video, it goes right to where you intended it to go. Now, if I ever run into, a comment that I think is inappropriate, then I'll delete it. But fortunately, knock on wood, I haven't had to do that yet. But I know that it does happen. And I understand that. But like I said, when you're just flat out blocking comments from posting to your page and screening all of them and not allowing one comment to be posted that you don't like because they don't agree with your opinion or they're disputing your opinion, That's wrong. I just think it's more evidence of the fact that she knew she was lying. You know you lying. Why you gotta be lying? Somebody knew I was gonna do that, right? Couldn't resist it. Why you always lying? That's that song that comes to mind now when I think of her. Why you lying? Okay, so enough on that, but I do have, you know, if anybody is interested in seeing the original message I posted to her account on this video, then I will happily show it to you in a video. Just let me know. I'm looking for some blush. Bought this last year, never used it. So let's take her out and give her, and they have one this year now. It's the Tarte one. Let's do, too bad they didn't put lighter highlights in this one. Dang, this year's has got lighter highlights in it. I sure love Tarte's blushes though. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Yeah, do, please. Tag me, send me on Instagram or email or however you're comfortable. I'd love to see what you did and what you look like. And yes, you're going to be beautiful, of course. I'm so excited. I'm just about done here. And then heading off to see my girl Kai. Gonna go see the Mac collection. And another thing that's really interesting, today's bit of beep, 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 beep news. Jeffree Star's at Nordstrom's. Bet you never thought you'd see that coming, huh? So, I have the Jeffree Starr Holiday Collection on hold for me as well. I need a highlighter. Which highlighter should I use? Hang on. Gotta find a highlighter. Let's see here. Which one? Hang on here, I want my Dior. Where are you, my beautiful Dior highlighter? Where'd you go? Hang on, I'll be right there. I'm looking for my... What the heck? There we go. Is that it? There we go. I've got so much stuff in this makeup room. It's ridiculous. I think I'm going to use... Found a dupe for this. I could not believe it. Now this is Dior's Nude Air Luminizer. It's gorgeous! And the number 2. Look at it. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. As my daughter would say, it's beautiful. Wet n Wild. They have their... What's it called? Something Blossom. Blossoms in the name. It's one of their new highlighters. I think I bought it. I'm not sure. Hang on here. I'm looking for a brush around my mirror. Anyways, it is literally... Oh, okay, honey. We'll see you later. I'll be looking for your picture, so make sure and send it to me. And thanks for staying with me and visiting. Love you. Bye. Mwah. Do good on your essay. How fun. I love to write. Most people think I'm crazy, but then again, I love to write. That's what I love doing. Anyways, this highlighter, I kid you not, you guys, if you like it, but you don't want to fork out the 50-some whatever I paid for this. You too, sweetie. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again soon, okay? You have a good day. Do good on your work. Of course. Can't wait to see what she thinks of the of these. I love them. I hope she likes them as much as I do, that I didn't give you bad advice. Oh, anyways, this highlighter is absolutely gorgeous. There's no question. But if you don't want to spend this kind of money on, you know, a highlighter, I'm not kidding you. The Wet n Wild one is almost identical. Literally, it is almost identical. I'm just going to put a little bit right there on the brow. And I think I purchased it. I'm not absolutely 100% sure because I bought several highlighters from Wet n Wild. But I can't remember if I got it or not. But I know it has the name Blossom in it. And it is literally almost an identical dupe to this. Just a tiny one. I would say that the Blossom one has a tiny bit more pink in it, and this is more icy. But I'm not kidding you. On the cheeks, there's no way you'd be able to tell the difference. It is that similar. And for the price difference, oh God, my nose is off the charts. This is a beautiful highlight, though. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite luxury highlights. Okay, it's time for some mascara. Now, which mascara? So I know I want to use, you know that huge Sephora order I did, that 3-part Sephora order? It's still in the box. I haven't even had time to put all this away yet. Isn't that disgusting? Disgusting! That's all eye stuff, and that's all lip stuff. Is there anything in here, lippies, I should wear today? No, I need to wear a red today. I need red. Red, these are all pink. Pink! I'm surrounded by pink. I need red. I need red. Time to go to Max Wash and Dry. Wash and dry, baby. Where's my red lip liner? Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta find my mascara here. What the heck? It's in the Nordstrom's box. My waterproof mascara. I know it is. Okay, I'll put this aside. Charlotte Tilbury, I'm coming for you. We're gonna do a CT Fall Angel, Nordy's. Is this it? I have so many orders still, there we go, still in their boxes, you guys. It's absolutely shameful. Oh, that's nice. Crushed box. Okay. I purchased the Trish McAvoy Lash Curling Mascara. I wanted to try it because this, I think, is a fiber building one. I got all these from Nordstrom's. But I'm going to use the Hypnostrama today because it's waterproof. But I want my primer. What do I do with my Lancome primer? Oh my God, where is it? Oh, come on. What the hell did I do with it? Don't you just hate that when you're looking for something? I have so much makeup in here I can't find anything anymore. It's really weird too because I use that primer all the time. How could it disappear? Strange. comb master. I didn't know I had that. Well, shite sola. Okay, good. That's clear. I'll use that. Let's see if I can find my drugstore one. Drugstore to the rescue. Sorry, Lancome, you're hiding from me. So you're SOL. This is L'Oreal's new, it's on their Voluminous line. And this is, they call this the Voluminous Base. And it definitely works. I don't think it works as good as my Lancome Booster Sills does, but because like with my Lancome one, my lashes look like a blizzard snowed on them when I'm done. And by the way, there are, you know, if you like a primer but you don't like, ow, stabbing yourself in the eye, like I just did, and now my eye instantly started watering. Oh, come on. Let's not and say we did. If you don't like the white primers, there are brands that have that kind of different color. Like, I think Estee Lauder has a pure black one. That's a little more expensive, of course, than drugstore. And let's see, who else? Stila has one that is kind of the color of my hair. It's like a taupey blonde. The reason I like the white ones the best is because, for one thing, if I want to wear a colored mascara, I always use this base first, because it turns your lashes white. And therefore, any color you put on afterwards is going to show. Like, if I were to take, I should show it. I think I've showed it on camera before in one of my videos. But if I were to take just a, let's say a blue mascara, and I put it on my, just straight on my lashes, it would kind of look bluish, blackish type. If I were to put on this primer, and then put on that same blue mascara, it looks blue. So if you're ever trying to get your, you know, if you ever want your colored mascaras to really voomy for you, put on a primer, for a white primer first. I'm telling you. I mean, look at, I don't know if you guys can see. There, you can see. See the white? That's my lashes. So it not only pumps them up, you know, gives them some length too. I mean, those are like, in my opinion, that's like almost false effect length there. I don't want to wear falsies unless I have to. You guys will see me wear them occasionally in the future. I bought some to try out, but I've never been somebody who, excuse me, I've never been somebody who's enjoyed false lashes. I don't know. It's just not, you know, I certainly think they have their time and place, and they can really amp up a look and bring it to another level. But as for wearing them on the daily, no thank you. Not unless they've changed them dramatically in the last 10 years, which they probably have, because I used to wear them all the time. But man, I hated getting poked in the inner eye with a lash band all the time. So I quit wearing them. My nose is going like crazy. Now that I poked myself in the eye, now everything's going. wonder what time it is. I suppose I better hurry my butt up because I've been over an hour already. Whoopsies! You guys know I'm trying to do better on my video times, but I'm live streaming and I can't edit anything out. Okay. I used the Brow Gal on my brows today, the powder. So let's try using the Brow Gal's brow gel. I think they need to make the bristles on this a little shorter because it's not picking up hardly any of the product. But when I use the end, it does. Huh, nice. My favorite brow crayon, of course, I'm sure you guys have heard many times, is by Cella, but I'm out of it, and they don't sell anywhere locally, which is really a bummer. I would have repurchased it by now otherwise. I say, yeah, I can order online, blah, 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 but, you know, when you have minimum orders and all that, I mean, hang on here, I want to do a little fill-in. For some reason, that area right there just got naked. But this is actually a real pretty trio. I have an extra one of these. I might give it away in the next kind of doing a after this Jaclyn Hill giveaway. We'll be doing just kind of an overall general all kinds of stuff giveaway because it's gonna be Bree's birthday and then my birthday and then Bree's. So I figured we'd do a kind of just whole bunch, just a generalized fun giveaway. I might put one of these in it because it's real nice. Has 3 different colors in it, so whether, you know, like you're blonde or you want to go warm brown or dark cool brown, it has it in here. And on the last video I did where I used this, I went way overboard going into the dark brown, which gave me extremely dark brows, but this time I stuck in my alley and I stayed with the taupey, and it worked. Okay, moving right along. So what are you guys doing today? Anything exciting? I have to first go to Nordstrom's and pick up my Patrick Starrr Collection stuff. Oh man, my nose is gonna drive me nuts. And then, hang on here. Then I need to, oh god, I've got so many errands to run today. Oh, it's just one of those damn days, you know, coming up on Christmas. Gonna start shopping. I'm not somebody that likes to shop way in advance. You know, it's hard to when those of you who have kids who manage to find everything, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know, I might get those lip liner. I don't know. I have to look and see. I don't have a red lip liner from MAC, so I might get the one from Patrick's collection, even though it's not original. I just don't understand why they did that. I really don't. I mean, you know, most MAC collections that come out, I mean, yeah, there's, you know, there's some stuff in it that's been in the collection, but I've never seen a collection that is almost predominantly existing products. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still thrilled for Patrick, and I'm still going to buy it because I want to support him, you know. Like I said, I think he's one of the few of the bigger original channels that has maintained his integrity and reputation. You know, I tried to, you know, it kind of breaks my heart too, because as somebody who's, you know, I'm older, I've been there, and, you know, you try to, this is the Hypnos drama I'm using, the waterproof, because my eyes are on a run today, especially since I jabbed myself in the eye with that. Anyways, you know, as somebody that's been there and kind of made the mistakes you see them making, you know, even though I don't personally know them, you know, like Manny MUA and Laura Lee and stuff, you know, I try to reach out to them and offer a little advice on maybe a different way to go about it, what they're trying to accomplish. A way that won't bring so much heat down on them, and that will maintain their look and appearance of professionalism and stuff like that, you know. They just ignore you. And it's really unfortunate because, you know, I mean, if I was at their age and I had somebody, you know, if I could go back in time, let's say, to when I was there, and I had somebody who was willing to, oh, Kai's messaging me. Oh, shit. Oh, well, I'll just finish here. It won't let me open it. And I had somebody who was willing to take the time to reach out to me and mentor me. Then, you know, I don't know. I guess I'd have to look at the me back then, but I don't think that, you know, I was never somebody that was really arrogant or egotistical or thought I could do it all on, you know, I never had that kind of attitude. I was raised, you know, with a mom and dad who both taught me that hard work would get you anywhere. I mean, if you wanted something, you set a goal, you worked your ass off until you reached it. I mean, that's just plain and simple. That was it. And, you know, I was taught that, you know, when I grew up, I was taught you listen to your elders because they've been, you know, they've been where you're at now, and there may be something you can learn from them, from their experience in life. And so as I've gone through life, I've always, no matter how old I've been, I've always listened to those that are older than me, that have experienced life, that, you know, have been there, and maybe they've gone through an experience incredibly similar to mine, and, you know, they have something to offer. Maybe they've been through an experience incredibly similar to mine, but I don't agree with their methods of handling it. So you know what? You don't have to do it. I mean, you know, I just basically I always listen. That's the key. And I think that a lot of the younger generation now has lost that. And I'm not saying this to insult anybody out there, okay? Because that's not what I mean. But honest to God, I mean, I see it even in my daughter at times and my son. It's just that it's almost as if they think they know everything now, and they don't need to listen to anybody because they've got all the answers. And I'll tell you, I've seen some things done that are just so stupid, and I think to myself, God, what? Do you have anybody guiding you? Anybody offering you support? Anybody in your corner that you can listen to, that you trust, that, or is somebody intentionally guiding you in this direction maliciously? And that's how come, you know, on occasion, I've taken the time to reach out to them through, you know, writing and private messaging them. Not only have they never opened the message, because, you know, you can see when people open your message unless they've got that blocked, but they've never even had the decency to respond and say, thanks for your message. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to, just because you respond doesn't mean it has to encourage conversation. It's just respectful to acknowledge that, you know, you received somebody's communication. I don't know. I guess I was just raised differently. Because I'll tell you, you know, if somebody messages me, and I always respond. I don't ever just leave it. I was absolutely beside myself when I found out that Shay had written. She wrote me on a message on my on our page here in one of the videos and said, hey, I sent you an Instagram message like weeks ago and you haven't responded. I was beside myself because, you know, that's not me. I don't do that kind of thing. And I went into Instagram to find out what the heck was going on, if her message had come through. Her message had come through, but had gone into, I never knew that there was a junk file in Instagram in your DMs. So if you don't know that, like I didn't, you might want to check. Because I had not only her message there, but I had several others. I don't know why it would do that. Especially considering we follow each other. Well, it did. Okay. Anyways, I've had a lot to say today, haven't I? It's time to get going. And since Kai just messaged me, she's probably wondering if I'm coming down to look at the collection and when I'm going to be there, so I better get going. Let's give this face a little spray and then we're out of here with some Marc Jacobs. What is this? Recover. Love the smell of this stuff. Love it. Oh, it's so refreshing. Oh, I just love it. And it just melts everything into the skin. Okay. Now, I'll get my Christmas. Where's my Christmas jacket? Hey. Oh, you fell down. Oh, no. Oh, my God, my wheel's on it. That's lovely. Okay. I'm in the Christmas spirit today. There we go. Ow. Rip your hair out. Go on, Shelbie. There we go. See? I'm in the Christmas spirit. Look at that. Okay. I think I'm done. Just yeah. Just a quick look. Took me an hour to do it, but that's because I was blabbling most of the time. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. I will have... Oh, it hasn't dried yet. I will have some new videos coming pretty soon. Oh, the one we posted yesterday, the soapbox one. If you guys haven't watched it, you gotta watch it. At least watch like the middle to the end of it. It's pretty funny. Typical Brie and me, just how we feed off of each other. It just cracks me up. Anyways, I have, well, if you look in look in my recent video and you'll see what's coming next, because I like to kind of put a preview of what we've got in the ropes coming up so that you know to keep an eye out. So, but I think the next one will probably be the Kathleen Lights, and then I have a big Beautylicious haul to do because there are some products in there I'm dying to get to. including Natasha Denona's Christmas holiday collection. So until next time, I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're at in the world. If you're having struggles, you're beating those bitches back. Merry Christmas. Stay true to yourself. Keep it honest. Remember, people can deal with honesty. That's something I really, really want to stress. As I tell my kids all the time, I can deal with the truth. I can always deal with the truth. It's lies and deceit I can't deal with. If you tell me the truth, we can work through anything. I can deal with anything. If you lie to me, we got a problem. So, I say to you, Nicol, Concilio, deal with the truth. Because people know when you're lying. Whether they say it or not, they know. And you was lying. Love you.